What do you get when you combine a useful accessory that's really hard to install with a children's toy? The melting away of frustration, that's what. Today I'm going to show you how to install the OEM center stand on your Honda Africa Twin. I'm not going to sugarcoat this, the installation will be deceptively easy until you start attaching the springs. I hope this video saves you some time and eliminates frustration, so let's get started. If you're new here, my name is Joe. I love motorcycles and adventures on them. If that's your thing, hit the subscribe button. And if you found this video helpful, hit the like button. If you are here because you are having trouble installing the springs, I have a good feeling that you will find this video extremely helpful. First, you have the center stand itself. The two stoppers to protect the frame of the bike when the center stand is in the upright position, a rectangle one that goes on the left, and on the right side, you'll install a round stopper. Then you have a washer, a spring clip, a spring plate, and finally, the two springs that make this install so challenging. A few tools you'll need are a spring clamp tool and some grease. Any automotive grease will work. I'm just using inexpensive marine grease here. The final tool I used is a children's stilt. It'll all make sense in a few moments. Let's start by installing the stoppers. These stoppers are designed to hold tight into the holes on the center stand, so I added a bit of dish soap to help squeeze them in there. If you're still having trouble, you can use a small flathead screwdriver like I did with this rectangular stopper. Next, let's grease a few parts on the center stand that will see some movement. One is at the top of the center stand where we'll insert into the frame, and the other is where the two springs will be attached. Keep your grease handy, you'll need it in a bit. Let's head over to the bike and insert the center stand into the frame. There are two slots on the frame. On the left, it's an open slot. On the right, it's a bolt that holds the suspension pivot arm. Next, let's install the washer and spring clip. The washer has a rounded side and a flat side. Install the rounded side towards the bike. Then snap the spring clip in place, making sure that it fits into the groove on the center stand. Next, let's apply a little bit of grease to each side of the spring plate that will hold the springs. Now for the challenging part. You notice that each spring has a sleeve on it. This is because these springs sit beside one another, and as you raise and lower the center stand, they will rub against one another. These springs are tight. It took me a bit to figure out how to do this. I decided that using mechanical advantage with a lever would be the best way to get these springs installed. But what would I use as my fulcrum, and what would be my lever? Welcome to the most useful children's toy adventure motorcycling has ever seen. My lever is this stilt. It has holes on it so you can adjust the height of the stilt and the stilt handle. I'll put the end of the chain in one of these holes so it doesn't slip, and my fulcrum is a rear tire. Alright, let's do this. I got the first one in, now for the more challenging second one. I gave it the beans, and there we go. It snapped right in. Job done. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.